What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. You know who it is, your boy John. This guy.
Tequila Slayer today.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone had to do it.
Someone had to do it.
Somebody had to do it.
Well, you just drank fucking margaritas all night.
Oh, I drank a bunch of that tequila too, homie.
I had a lot of that jungle juice.
I know, I kept wanting to get it, but then I already had a full cup.
It was really good. It was really good.
Shout out to Eddie, Stacy. Thank you for the birthday gift.
Oh, yeah, the cake. That was
Cake.
cool.
Yeah, I was trying not to blow all over it so people eat it.
We
But
had
they kept making me blow on
a
it.
little Halloween soiree.
Soiree.
A soiree.
Yep.
It was fun. Lot of drinking.
I almost went to 6 p.m. today, but then you hit me up.
We were going to, but then we just got up late and then left late and had to
Yeah.
go do fucking we haven't done any grocery shopping, so I was like, fuck, we gotta go do this. Got to do adult shit, and now we're here.
Yeah, now we're here.
But I was gonna go. We were talking about going to the 6 p.m.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually feel pretty good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
slept most of the day, but I was ready to rip. My foot's fucked up still, dude. On Friday, I was rolling with Friday, I think it was Jay. I was rolling with Jay, and we got down. So I was trying to stand in Kimura. Yeah, I had him I arm dragged him across his body to where I almost had his hand on the ground, and I was just gonna ankle pick him, but he kept moving. He's way taller than me, so
Yeah,
I couldn't grab it. So, but I could hook him with my foot, and I just slid my foot into his foot, and my foot was just like, "No, the fuck you don't."
Yeah, when I roll with him, I like rolling with him because he's getting really good technical wise, and then he's tall.
Yeah.
And then so I get to work on like
Different
if you do something you have to fully extend yourself with him because he'll just if you try to pull guard or something, if you don't do it right, he can just walk around you because he's so so tall.
Yeah.
So everything you do where you have to create tension, and so you have to over exaggerate, and it lets me practice with someone with long arms and long legs to where I'm not having to do it with Kyle. With Kyle, I still can't. Nothing works. But that's a good body type. He's very similar, so you get to practice that. It's pretty cool.
He's got a really good foot lock too. He's caught me multiple times with it. He's got a really
he almost got me in a straight ankle once, and then I think I caught him in a wrist lock.
Nice. Oh, I've wrist locked him. I mean, I've wrist locked everybody.
You know when you have that one hand, and you're trying to keep him from coming back, and I'll just wrist lock that hand. I was able to catch him because people don't usually expect it.
That's how I started the arm drag. He went cross grip on me and I pulled him into my shoulder, and then he ducked down. So I just kept ducking down, and finally when I got his hand free, I pushed it to the ground and started going for that leg.
Yeah, I rolled I think 3 times this week.
I was gonna ask you. Yeah, did you roll?
Yeah, 3 times. I went to me, Richard, and Efren.
Yeah, why is that fool Richard still ducking me, dog?
So we did
Why are you ducking me, homie?
We did a 10 a.m. On a Tuesday, I think we went in. And we just drilled, and it was pretty cool. We did a round robin type of thing for 3 minutes at a time, where we just go and circle over and over again. That was really cool. So
drilling's for the birds, dog.
I don't know.
I'm not with that drilling shit.
Depends on what it is. I hate drilling Toriando.
Yeah, for what?
But the other stuff, some of the stuff I like drilling. It requires a few steps or setups and stuff like that.
Nah.
Nah. Drillers make killers.
Sassoons.
I don't know. Somebody.
You know who never drilled ever?
A lot of good people.
Anybody on the Danaher Death Squad?
Yeah, a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were talking about drilling, and then also instead of drilling, you do
situational rounds.
Situational.
That's
sparring.
what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you start from those positions, and you can try it under live pressure. Those are good too.
Starting from the turtle.
I like when we do situational sparring, when we start from situational, where it's just a pass, and then you reset, pass, reset. Those are good.
I like it too, but I feel bad for the newer people because he's teaching to the level of the room, and the level of the room is higher than when we started. The level of the room, when we started, there was 2 or 3 purple belts.
Yeah, it wasn't as
10
many high
maybe
belts.
blue belts and 40 white belts.
Yeah.
And now it's the opposite way, where it's a lot of upper level people, or mid level, purple and blue belts, and then less white belts. So they're not getting the opportunity to see the moves that make this shit work. Because earlier this week, we were doing butterfly rounds. And he was talking about it, and then I could see that a bunch of people didn't know how to butterfly.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, he's starting. He'll if I go with you or I go with Josh or I go with someone else, he'll be like, nope.
Josh, dude.
He'll separate us.
Fuck that little motherfucker.
So he'll separate you and be like, no, go with white belt.
I usually do that too. If I notice I only stayed with Bobby this week because his shit's guts going on. But normally, if it'd be like me and Bobby, I would be like, here, you go with him, and I'll go with him. You know what I mean? Like, because the white belts trying to show each other fucking butterfly,
shit.
and it's like,
yeah,
no, dude, that ain't it, Playboy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not how you do it.
Yeah.
That I kind of felt bad that happened. I think that was this week or maybe last week. We were sitting there doing something. It was just, did you see that choke that Omar showed from standing?
Yeah.
So we were doing that. It was me and you doing it.
Yeah.
And then those two white belts were doing something complete. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Oh, yeah, but they were
doing something different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he separated them to do the different technique, more a basic technique.
I'm going to get someone with that choke, dude. That thing is mean.
It's a good choke.
It doesn't look like it'll work. But it does.
Yeah.
It looks like some fucking bullshito, but it fucking works. Because I was watching him do it, I was like, and then he did it the week before. You weren't there at the time, and then someone did it to me, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" Yeah. Oh, I had Angel. Angel was doing it to me. I was like, "God damn, dude," because it doesn't look like you're really trapping the head, but you are with your body,
Yeah, yeah. Your chest is pushing up against her neck, so
it's good. Like, it's really good.
It definitely works really well.
Yeah.
It's like a darce almost, but
it is like he kept calling it a darce.
Yeah, but you're using your chest on the back of their head. Yeah, because you don't have.
I mean, a darce, you got to use your chest too.
Yeah, but you have under the arm.
You have under the arm. Yeah.
This is like just the
across
head.
the jaw.
Yeah. Yeah, just across the jaw, exactly. But it's that angle that you're catching it from.
Yeah.
So it's from like someone's has like a single leg on you.
Hey, and they're trying to come up, basically. Secrets, dog.
And then it's a choke from there.
Hey, don't be giving our secrets.
I'll get the fuck out of here. Don't be giving
our secrets.
Yeah. But it was good.
But talking about across the jaw, did you see this shit happen to fucking Robert Whittaker last night?
I didn't see it, but I saw the pictures.
I'll show you the picture. Did you see the picture?
Yeah.
Oh, night. Dude.
That's nasty.
It's funny how we were talking earlier that, so that fight was in the middle of the day, and Robert Whittaker is probably my top 2 or 3 favorite UFC fighters. I love the guy. And the fact that he's Gracie Maita with us, it's awesome. But I just read the headline, and it said that he tapped to a face crank. And I was like, there's no fucking way Robert Whittaker tapped to a fucking face crank. I had to see this. And then I got busy. And then Brianna sent me the picture. She's like, did you see what happened to Robert Whittaker? And I was like, no, what happened? And I was like, he tapped to a face crank, though. So, I mean, I ain't never tapped to a face crank. And then I saw that shit, and his fucking teeth were broken, dog. Like, Cody was saying that's like the gums.
The gums broke, yeah.
So, like, 4 of his teeth got pushed in.
All the way in, yeah.
So, Khamzat's squeeze was so tight that it was able to break his teeth out, basically. He didn't even have the hand behind the head.
No.
He had it on top. Because he had him, like, rear naked choke. But across, he must have had his forearm on his jaw, and he just had the backhand, like where you go behind the head. He had it just on top. Imagine that fucking squeeze.
Pressure, yeah. In fact, he didn't tap.
Have you ever had that happen to you, where someone's forearms across your teeth?
Yes.
I think about that all the time. It's like, oh, I think my teeth are gonna break.
Yeah.
And I'll usually try to, if I can't get my face to the armpit or to like the elbow pit, whatever you'd call this here. In tattooing, they call it the ditch. But like, if I can't get my face there, I'll tap.
Yeah.
Because
it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts. Yeah.
I've been in some positions where I thought someone was going to break my forearm from like a bicep slicer, like trying to defend the arm lock. So I mean, I'll let those go. But one time when I was a brand new blue belt, I was actually rolling at Paulo Coelho's school in Austin, and I was rolling with the black belt, and he had me like in just the normal arm lock, and I was defending it. I was like, this fool ain't going to break my grip, no way. Doesn't break my grip, and then I just hear pop. And then I kind of just stopped for a second, and the dude heard it. So he kind of stopped. He's like, you good? And I was like, yeah, I think so. And we kept going, and it must have been like a nerve or something popped. But he had so much tension, something in the middle of my muscle popped. And I was talking to Pops about it back in the day, and he was like, it's probably, he said your nerves can move around like this. And he's like, that's probably what it was. And dude, I couldn't sleep on that arm for probably 2 months.
Yeah, there's just pain compliance right there, man.
Yeah.
But the crank on the face, where it's like the blade on your jaw. I mean, it also makes you just be like, fuck it, take my neck. Like you're like, just get it. Like, I'd rather you just take my neck, and I won't, so.
I try, the other thing I try to do is like, if I'm getting there and I know that I can't get I can't turn my chin, I try to put it like over my eyes. Because you're not going to break anything there. Maybe you might break my nose or just bleed a little bit, but it's not like that teeth thing.
Yeah.
No, broken nose, no big deal, But
your teeth?
Yeah, your fucking teeth, that's a big deal. Yeah. Dude, I imagine that squeeze. Because, I didn't really think Khamzat had it. Fucking Robert Whittaker is so high level. Like, he's beat everybody in the division except for the 2 champions. Izzy, he was a champion, but Izzy and Dricus du Plessis or whatever his name is. Those are the only 2 guys he's lost to that are up in the high echelon. And Khamzat really hasn't fought anybody at 185. So I got to watch that fight because it was the 3rd round. So I got to see if Khamzat was just fucking whooping his ass or what. But
or if he just got caught.
He got his back taken. Everybody. It's fighting. Shit happens. You know what I mean? But imagine that crank, man. Imagine what that crank's like. I mean, and then you think about it. Think about
the thing I was thinking about. This wasn't even for a belt, though, right?
No, but it's for a title contender.
Oh,
Hamzat will for sure get the next title shot at 185. There's no doubt about it. Because Izzy said he's going to take more time off after that last loss, and then Sean Strickland, I think, is going to fight Dracus again, and then they'll do Hamzat for sure. But you think about that crank, and now it makes you think that Conor was less of a bitch when he tapped to. That's exactly what Khabib had that exact choke. Khabib had that exact choke, like half the back, and then that rear naked choke across his face. I think he may have had a gable grip on it, just pulling like that.
Yeah, behind that.
Yeah, but he had it right on his fucking jaw, and that's what Conor tapped to. So it's like, I mean, I've been in that position too, but you know,
that one's worse when they have that when they have it and you get this behind the back and you're
like, But you know, no disrespect to anybody on our team, but I ain't never been cranked like that, so I can't say if that's good or bad. You know. Nobody on our team's got cranked like that. Maybe Albert. Oh, I did the fucking squeezy thing. I have video of it all. I'll send it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think
there's some fucking beasts at our gym.
Misa, I think, was number 1.
He was 170 something.
Pretty high. And then Albert was up there. He was top 3 or 5. Big Magic.
There's this. All right.
These kids.
Yeah, there's this like family of kids, and they train in the adult class. But one of the little girls, she's probably like 13, 14.
Yeah, around there.
But they were pretty big.
Yeah.
But when they shake your hand, they always crush your hand. And I was like really curious to see like what they were gonna do.
Yeah.
And I hit 128, I think.
Something like that.
And she hit 121. And I'm like, that's insane. But it made sense because when you shake her hand, they're in the line. She like just fucking crushes your hand.
I can crush your hand too, but not like that.
Yeah, dude.
Used to hit 156.
Oh man. That's so much.
156.8. So this is the exact same one they have in the UFC too. I saw a new video. Mike sent me a video of them doing it in the UFC. Khalil had the best grip on that one. But they have the same exact tool, like an $18 fucking tool from fucking Amazon that they're fucking around with.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, so what's up? Send your videos in. Let's see you got the grip strength. I think the most I hit was like 95 or 98 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, I thought I was like 128. I was like, yeah, I'm happy. And then I see these motherfuckers. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, Misa grip. I mean, Albert was like 140 something. It was high. It was high. He was number 2. I think someone else put him under, but it's pretty high. Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's got a grip too, dude.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah.
Just, like we were saying, some people are just like they've been doing this their whole life, so they got like.
Also, I think that the shape of your hand makes a difference. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like the way you can grip it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like it's not in the right spot for me. But again, those shorter fingers. But those little kids fucking grip that shit like.
Dude, it's wild. I like that it's like a number.
Yeah.
Like it's like really clear. Like there's no like, oh, I could do more. I could do less. Yeah. Like that's the number, and it's like boom.
You know, Omar hit it later. I think he hit like 120.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good because he's pretty small.
Yeah, because he first hit it and it was like lower than mine, and then we were leaving. He's like, let me see that thing again. He grabbed it and hit it. It was pretty high. It's what you expect.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a good week though. I mean, I didn't roll. Like you said, I only rolled like 3 times.
You only got 1 7 p.m. in though?
Yeah.
Because I rolled all week. I still can't go to judo. My foot's too fucking hurt.
Yeah.
I can't pivot on it. I mean, everything's pivoting on that foot, so I can't like put that much forward. I've been sitting down on everybody. Like I'll stand up a little bit, but if they start to get me like half a step out, I just sit down because I can't. I don't want to hurt my foot because I'm trying to do that. Worse. Well, I'm doing that World League, so I'm just gonna.
Is it in the 8th or 9th?
It's coming up. It's like 2-3 weeks, so
yeah.
I just don't.
I just
want to try to keep my cardio decent. You know what I mean? But I can't use it. Like I can't foot sweep anybody with it. I can't Uchimata. I was messing around with somebody. I think I was just kind of showing them Uchimata, and I did it, and I was like, oh, the whole pivot's on my bad foot, and I was like, oh, this does not feel good. My foot feels like hollow. It's a weird feeling.
I did hit a nice throw this week.
Did you? What kind of throw?
I don't know what it's called.
Explain it.
You have like their arm, and then I reach over and I grab the back their belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take your outside leg and you bring it up. You step into them, like all the way into them, and then you put your foot underneath their thigh, and then you fall back.
Oh,
and then
it's a tomonage.
And as they fall back, because their weight is like you're pulling them onto you, it makes them real light, and you just fucking.
It's like a balloon sweep.
It's kind of like a balloon sweep. Yeah.
Every version of pulling guard or balloon sweep is a version of a tomonage. So they all have the same name. So like the balloon sweep's tomonage, pulling guard tomonage, throwing people with 1 foot tomonage. It's all the same.
I always go for the belt, but somehow I came across this YouTube video of this purple belt, and he got some like crazy Russian black belt. He was like an Olympic black belt guy.
He's probably a sambo guy. That's a big throw in sambo from the
belt. So he spent 45 minutes on this video of them two just going over it over and over and over again. Every like aspect of it. It was a cool video because they were joking around, but then he would be like he would just critique him every single time. Too slow. Oh, you were at an angle or this and that. There's a whole video. It was really good. Like I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to set it up the way he set it up. Because one of the things he does, it's broken down into 2 parts. Where the first part is basically, he says it's kind of like a jab or a slap. Where if you get jabbed, you kind of like and it stuns you. So it's like a quick little like jostle where you like step, like you stomp and you kind of shake like this real quick, like short, like a jab, and then it makes them like tense up real quick because you think you feel like you're gonna get thrown, and so they tense up for like a second, and then as soon as they tense up. Then you slide underneath and you go for that throw. But because they're tensed up, it lets you get underneath and like use them to like pull yourself and slide under and make the throw happen. But it was a really good video. It was like 45 minutes.
I ain't got that much time to watch a fucking.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. I was like, man, this is fucking good. And then I kept watching like all the little things he was talking about. It's cool to watch it, but then it's like you still got to try it.
What I would do for tomonage is like it's the same judo movement. Answer the phone, look at the watch. But if you do that, so have you ever seen the version of Keenan showing tomonage? He's like, this is how you pull guard. The video is called Pulling Guard, and at the end of it, he was like, we weren't pulling guard. I was teaching them tomonage, but when you tell people to move, they can't do it. So he's teaching tomonage by pulling guard, and Brianna does it a lot. But you do the same. The
side movement.
One. Yeah. So you answer the phone, look at the watch, but when you do it. You swing your body and you sweep and you throw them, and it's a 1 foot tomonage. You end up throwing them over you. That's
where you step to the side and then pivot back, and then
It's really good though because of that movement. So instead of like trying to get people to snap, that movement is everything, dude. Like,
what I liked about this one was like he was showing like even if you're far away, like in jiu-jitsu, everyone stands far away. Like even from far away, you're able to like fucking slide underneath and get that move. And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
So when you're, in my opinion, I'm still obviously working on it, but when you're trying to mesh the 2 styles of judo and jiu-jitsu together, there is that gray area where jiu-jitsu guys stand like wrestlers, right? So we stand like a wrestler, chest up, with our grips or whatever. But when you start to do that move, I have to look up the name. There is a name for that movement. When you do that, like when you did, you squatted down on me and I lifted you up. So it does 2 things. It lifts you up, and when I'm doing that movement, I close the distance. So I stand you up straight, and I've come in on you.
I think that's my biggest mistake when I do stuff is I don't get close enough for a lot of moves, and you got to be like
especially the throws. The throws
touching. It feels like you're gonna put yourself in a bad position.
You are.
If you don't hit it right, you're definitely you're giving them your back or
When I first started training judo, a lot of dudes would try to go drop stand alley at me, but I've seen it a billion times. So it's not, for me, it was nothing new. I think they thought they were going to surprise me. And every time I put my hooks in, took their back. But it's illegal. It's not a move you can do, so I just let it go. So now I just let them throw me. But every time they do it, just out of instinct, I'd put them in the choke, put my hooks in. But yeah, you have to learn how to figure out where the good positions, the bad positions are. Like if you're, so do you know who Travis Stevens is? Travis Stevens is an Olympic silver medalist for judo from America. He's the second. He'd be number 1 or 2 greatest American male judokas of all time. His coach, Jimmy Pedro, is 1 or 2 as well. They're the top guys ever in America. But he has his own version of Ippon Seoinage where he lifts up the shoulder, and all he does, he lets go of the hand grip, and he just fucking punches through. It's like a very special way that he kind of came up with. But he's like, this does not work unless I put my back on your chest. And then if that doesn't work, homie has your back. You know, you're going to get choked. So in judo, it's not a big deal. But in jiu-jitsu, so it's like you have to modify all of it. It's a super cool throw.
John Danaher, or Danaher, however you fucking pronounce it. He has a video that he made. It's like judo for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And he's like, judo's great, but there's certain moves. It's a higher risk because, so he's like, so he goes over like, I think 5 or 6 throws that are good for jiu-jitsu because you're not giving your back up. If you failed at the throw, you're not in a, I mean, you're in a bad position, but they're not on your back. Yeah. You're just like, maybe you're in fucking half guard or you're in like, you know, something like that. You're just not giving them your back. And it's pretty cool.
That's what I'm trying to work out, because it's like the Uchimata is like the king of throws in judo. It is the throw, right?
It's pretty big in jiu-jitsu too.
It is,
and even wrestling.
Yeah, it's big, right? Oh yeah, especially from the overhook and underhook. It's big, so it's like the ultimate throw in the right situation. But if you commit to it 100%, you give your back in two places. You give your back during the throw, and you give your back on the ground, because you're supposed to forward roll with it.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to be able to modify that. I think personally for jiu-jitsu, Harai Goshi is probably the best one. Harai Goshi is very similar to Uchimata, but you're going across the body with the foot instead of between the legs, and you can get any height of person. But also, as you're throwing them, you're tripping them. So you're not trying to launch them into the air. You're trying to just tumble them over you. I mean, if you hit it good, people go flying.
Well, I've seen some people do it. They pivot their foot out and they block the bottom, like your shin.
Yeah.
But then I've seen other people, they do
the hips,
right at the upper thigh, and then those ones people are like,
there's two different versions. So the thigh is actually the Harai Goshi. The one where you put your foot on the ground, you bend your knee. It's got another name. I can't think of it right now, but that's like a foot trip. But so in judo, when we do the crash pad stuff, it's everyone does a throw, right? And you do whatever throw you're most comfortable with. And when dudes who know how to do that one, where they plant their foot and they throw you, dude, you fly. It's crazy, because when they really hit it, like they snap you and your foot hits their foot and you fucking flip over their foot. And it's a mean throw. So, but that's what I'm trying to work on, is getting the footwork and the mental to not try to go between the legs, go across the body for Harai Goshi. Harai Goshi is probably the ultimate one, because you don't really give your back. You don't have to fall with them. Because to really finish
because you get in on knee on belly, or you go straight to arm bar.
Yeah, just fucking throw them. And then as you have to get used to it. But I remember one of the times I took someone down in judo, the Japanese instructor was like, hey, don't take them down. He's like, throw them on the ground. So you have to get used to that movement. So when you hit them, you hit that throw, and they're falling, you punch them to the ground, and you just land on them with your chest. Because if I don't cover you during a throw, it doesn't count. I think maybe you get a point or half a point, but it's not an ippon. You have to go with them. You have to cover them. So,
makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been working on a lot of trying to get throws down. But
dude, for us, standing is where it's at. We have to learn how to stand.
Yeah.
Because like whoever, like you and I, basically whoever gets on top wins. You know, it's so hard to sweep each other. And then in our division, it's so hard to sweep big dudes. You know, like like our friend Andrew fought a couple weeks ago. He fought Ian, I think Danube, however you say his last name. You're not getting that guy off you. And the same thing, that dude's probably not getting Andrew off of him, because the people are just so big.
I mean, I had that one match where the whole 5 minutes we just stood trying to take each other down.
That's what happened to me at that
AJP. I felt like an asshole, but I was like, I'm not getting under this dude.
Yeah.
But we were both getting penalties, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah. That's what happened to AJP. The dude won the decision because he was trying to grab my leg, but every time he was grabbing my leg, I was turning on him. So it's like, does my half throw not count as much as his half fucking foot grab?
Yeah, that's how I lost too, because he would have like an attempt to like touch my pants or something. I was like, fuck. Yeah. But that's also learning the game, because even Omar afterwards, like, dude, he's like, even if you're not gonna be able to catch it, just slap his leg. Yeah. Just slap his leg, because it makes you look like you're going for something, even if you're not, you're not gonna finish it. And if you don't go down, you get more. You get more like
looks. It looks like
it looks like you're actually trying exactly. Even if you're just like grabbing the pants, tapping the pants, or doing something like that. And I'm like, all right, that makes it. But that goes to like knowing the game, playing the game, right? Not just jiu-jitsu, but playing the tournament game, which is completely different. So,
yeah.
I
got a lot to talk about, but we're kind of running out of time. So
yeah, it was.
Maybe we keep this one short. It's probably 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a short one. We partied all night.
But also, I mean, we both had a bunch of shit going on this week, so it's hard to get together. But one thing I do want to bring up is that you're being a bitch and going to 10 a.m.
I don't know. I like it. Today was cool. I still go. I try to do both, but then like.
I mean, does it count when there's no competition?
There's competition.
Who?
Roger shows up.
Oh, Mr. 1000?
No.
Brown Belt Roger?
Yeah, he shows up. He shows up. Ismail shows up.
Really?
Malachi shows up. Yeah, dude, Ismail shows up.
Malachi, I wish I would have met him more when he was like a 1 or 2 stripe, so that he could be my pet blue belt.
He's really good.
Dude, the motherfucker's a savage. Yeah. I just got him signed up for King of the City White belt.
Oh, did you?
White belt no.
When is that? I want to go watch that.
It's the day after World League.
Oh,
we should go.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna win, dude. I mean,
he's good.
He's good.
Yeah,
I think if he can get 1 or 2 good positions, I think he can win it. I mean, obviously we don't know the other white belts.
He'll be a blue belt soon. Yeah,
he's good. December, I think everyone's getting promoted. So
is it December?
December. He moved it to December.
Mm.
But yeah, he's the best white belt out there. Him or Angel, probably the best white belts. Mike's really good too.
Angel doesn't tap though.
Angel doesn't tap. I mean, I've tapped Malachi, but I mean, I had to give it to him.
Yeah, but yeah, I've caught an Angel on some shit, and he just doesn't tap at all. Like I'd almost put him to sleep for him to tap.
I thought I almost put him to sleep one time. I thought I put him to sleep one time too, and he's all.
Yeah, I caught him.
Like, oh shit!
I caught him in a clock choke.
I think I caught him in a clock too.
And that was like, but that was like I've hit him with like bow and arrows. I've hit him with all kinds of shit, and he won't fucking tap. I caught him in that clock choke, and I got it like perfect, and he like right away, and I was like, oh, that shit must have been fucking deep.
Yeah,
dude, for you to tap like that.
On Friday, I rolled with Brianna. She almost got me. She had me in a super deep choke, and she just didn't know that she had it. And I just fucking
pretended.
I let her out. Like I just forced. I didn't force my way out of it, but I let her gas out. And dude, she hit me with that Hamzat shit, dude. She had her fucking forearm grinding my fucking mouth. She busted my lip and shit, dude. And she was like, "Was I close?" And I was like, "Of course not."
Yeah, exactly.
Later on, like when the roll was done, I was like, "God damn."
Yeah.
She almost fucking got me, dude. I mean, I feel bad for the girl she's gonna fight at World League because it's her first one at purple belt, but
she's really good,
she's
man.
a good purple belt.
Yeah, she's really good.
She's good.
Yeah, I agree. She's very technical.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a short one. We just wanted to have something to throw out.
Yeah.
I got to edit it tonight and put it up tonight. So,
yeah,
it's just been busy, but we'll be back right next week.
I got a bunch to talk about for next week. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys should leave us some topics.
Yeah, topics are good. Yeah, we want to try to do that topic series.
Yeah, we like to have some videos that are like topic based, so that like when weeks like this, we can put out like a topic, whether it's, I don't know, whatever.
Tell us about a position you like, and we'll go into it, try it through the week, and then see if it works for us.
That'd be cool. That'd actually be pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think that's a really good one. But thinking about it, so this week was my birthday, and I'm still not 40. You fucking old bitch.
You look 40. Limping around.
I feel 48.
Dude, 2 people at the party last night.
Oh, I was gonna ask how many people said we were brothers.
2 people. We're like, are you guys brothers? I was like, no, we're not fucking brothers.
I'm sure I told one of them we were lovers.
Probably. But I was like, oh my God. It's twice it happened.
It happens every time we're together.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. Anyways, make sure you guys like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. Give us some topic ideas. I think that'll be good.
Yeah, and also like the position thing. Tell us a position that you like. Show it. Maybe link a video or send me a message or something like that. If it's like a weird position, you wouldn't expect us to know. I'll try it all week.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
Yeah, because then that will force us into new positions.
Do something different. Yeah, 100%. That'd be kind of cool. Talk about how fucked we got.
Trying to play guard.
I almost got it, or I almost did it.
And no guard playing.
Anyways.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Peace.
No os.